Hey everyone, it's Jules with DIY with Jules, and today's project will be to reupholster two of these Walmart ottomans. I had these ottomans from a previous living room set, and I didn't want to spend the money on new ones and decided I have old material. It's a beige alabaster. I bought it a couple of months ago at a second-hand store that was going out of business, and it only cost me $5 for this roll. Believe it. Anyway, I'm going to reupholster with the alabaster beige because they match my living room set. I will be using this leftover batting and these nail screws and washers for the tufting. I have this nail head strips that I bought for this project, and I will leave the link down below. It is about $15 for the nail heads, and it's enough for you to do a couple of projects. Then I got this foam that was on sale. It was on clearance, 70% in Hobby Lobby, and I only got it for $2 each. So without any further ado, let's get the show on the road. So the first thing you're going to do is to lay out your material, and you're going to measure out the top part. What I did was I measured the width of the top of the box, and I added 2 inches to each side, so 4 inches all the way around, and I measured and then cut. Once your top part is cut out, the next thing you're going to do is measure the bottom half of your ottoman. Mine measurements were 14 by 14, so I added 1 inch to each side. I got all my measurements together, and I cut one long piece so that I can glue it all the way around, one even piece. Once I got the first piece cut out, I used that as a guide to cut the second piece. This is a collapsible ottoman, so open up your ottoman and add the square piece that they supply to keep it sturdy. That will keep the box from folding when you're putting on your material. I used E6000 material glue for this project, and I started my gluing process, but it takes a minute for it to dry, so I decided to flip it over and staple it on the inside, and then continue my gluing process. Now, there are some areas where your staples are going to be protruding, so make sure that you bang them back in. Now, as I went around the box, I not only glued the outside, but I stapled each side, cutting each corner to make sure that when you fold it in, it's not bulging. Now when I got to the end, I tried to do corner to corner, but it didn't look right. I can see the material from the ottoman through the edge, and I really did not want to add anything to the bottom of this ottoman, so I decided to fold it over. I glued it and stapled it, and once the glue is dry, completely dry, I'll remove the staples, and then I went on to finish the inside of the stapling. I marked exactly where my tufting was going to be, and then I went on to cut the section out so that when I put my screw in, it would make a deep tuft. I did the same thing to the batting, and then I added my material and added my screws. Now here's where I ran into a problem. When I added my material, I did not make sure that it was even on all four sides, and ended up having to staple one of the sides on the edge of the box. So make sure that when you're putting on your material, it's even on all four sides and you won't have that mistake. Now the final step is to add the trim. I used the nail head that came with this trim and it was too long, so I decided to use thumbtacks instead, and I was going to paint them, make them look just like the nail heads, but once I had them in, they look so nice, I decided to leave them exactly like that. Now you can see I added staples when I was putting in the trim. This is only to keep the trim steady while I put the thumbtacks in. And once I had all of the thumbtacks in, I removed the staples. Now I said that I was leaving the thumbtacks in, and this is the reason why. When I put the gemstones on the top, it matched perfectly with the sides. And there you have it. This is the before, and this is the after. I absolutely love it. It's exactly what I wanted. Thanks for stopping by to DIY with Jules. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you can be notified as soon as I upload a video. Have a wonderful and blessed day.